Our podcast and interview studio is from $450 an hour with a 2-hour minimum.
So that call you just heard, it was not a human. It was an AI agent calling a fresh lead and qualifying it in real time. I built it for an agency with one problem. Leads came in faster than anyone could call them back, and the companies that called them first usually wins. A human rep takes hours and works 40 hours a week. This agent calls in under a minute, day or night, thousands of calls at once, at 5 cents a minute. Same conversation, pennies instead of dollars. And here's the kicker. Almost everyone teaches you to build this on a pricey managed platform. I built it in plain Python for a fraction of the cost. I'll show you every piece, what I picked and why. And at the end, I will run the whole thing live. Let's get into it. So the idea is simple. You can tell every new lead with AI agent for about 80% less than the usual way. Most people reach for a managed platform or a no-code tool to do this. We're going to build the same thing ourselves in plain Python. Same parts, but way less money. And our version runs about 5 cents a minute. The typical managed stack runs about 24. Same job, very different bill. So let me show you how it fits together. A quick map of where we're going. First, what we're actually building, the whole loop end to end, then the stack piece by piece, every part and when to pick what. After that, the real case for building it yourself, the speed and the cost. And last, running it in production. Let's get into it. So here's the whole thing in 4 steps. A lead fills out a form on your site or ad. That creates a new row in the Google Sheet. And the sheet is our queue. The agent sees that row and calls the lead within seconds. When the call ends, the full transcript writes back to the same row. That's the whole loop. So how it's able to call within seconds then? Because we designed it in an event-driven fashion, not pulled. So the instance, the form writes a new row, a Google Apps script fires inside the sheet and posts that row straight to the server. And the server checks consent and dials right away. It fires only on rows with a blank status, so new leads start a call and your own write back never redials them. And why polling is slower? A timer-based check pulls the sheet every few minutes, and that lag alone can push you past the window where the lead is most likely to pick up. Let's take a look at the stack piece by piece. So a voice agent is basically 4 jobs. It has to hear you, which is speech to text. It has to think, which is a language model deciding what to say. It has to speak, which is text to voice. And it has to connect, which is the actual phone line. Then it loops. Hear, think, speak, connect. Every single term until the caller hangs up. Now let's take a look at each job one at a time. First job, hearing. For speech to text, I'm using AssemblyAI. 2 reasons. It knows when you've finished talking on its own, so there's no separate turn logic to hand tune. And it's accurate on messy phone audio, especially the stuff that matters, like names, emails, and phone numbers. That's the best pick when getting those details right on the first try matters more than shaving off the last few milliseconds. If you want the lowest possible latency, DeepGrant is the go-to. And its flex model bundles turn detection too. If your audio can't leave your servers, self-host Whisper or NVIDIA's Pipecat. And if you need 100+ languages, or you already live on Google, Azure, or AWS, those win on reach. Second job, thinking. This is the language model, and it's the part people swap the most. I'm using Claude Haiku. It's fast to start talking, which is what the caller actually feels. It's cheap, and it's pretty smart to qualify a lead in a short call. It's the best pick when the call is short and scripted, where speed beats deep reasoning. Now, alternatives, because this one's a real choice. OpenAI's GPT is the most popular default in production with the deepest tool calling support. Gemini Flash is very fast and cheap with a huge context window. And Grok or Cerebrus run open models on special special chips for the lowest latency. One more route worth knowing. Speech-to-speech models like OpenAI Real-Time and Gemini Live hear and speak in one model, so there's no separate language model at all. Lower latency, but you give up the clean transcript and the easy provider swaps. Third job, speaking. For text-to-voice, I'm using Cartesia. It starts talking almost instantly. It sounds warm and natural over a phone speaker, and it's only a couple cents a minute. Good balance of quality and cost for live calls. If you want the most expressive voices or the wildest language support, 11 Labs is the one, though it costs more. DeepGrand's Aura 2 is built for phone agents and has on-prem options if you're in a regulated spot. And Rhyme is trained on real conversational speech with a very fast on-prem option. The fourth job, connecting. This is the phone line, and I'm using Twilio. Its media streaming path is the best documented, so the call audio bridges cleanly into the rest of the pipeline. It's reliable, it's global, and it's about a penny and a half a minute. Twilio is the safe default, the most mature compliance, and the biggest ecosystem. If you want lower latency and cost at volume, Telnex runs a private backbone and can cut your carrier spend by a lot. Piovo has the cheapest published rates and the near dropping API, and SignalWire gives you Twilio-style APIs for less. So we've got 4 parts. Something has to wire them together into one smooth conversation, and that's Pipecat. It's open source, it's Python, and it turns 4 pieces into one streaming loop. The pipeline is just a readable list you can edit, and each provider is one line you can swap. It runs on your own server with interruptions and turn-taking already handled. The alternatives, LiveKit Agents, is the other open source framework, strong on browser audio and big scale. Vappy and Retail are managed so you can be live in hours if you will trade some control for speed. And again, speech-to-speech skips a whole cascade if low latency matters more than having a transcript. One more thing that makes a call feel human, letting people cut in. There are actually 2 separate problems here. The first is barge-in. When the caller starts talking over the agent, a lightweight detector runs right on your server and stops the agent mid-sentence. It's local, so there's no round-trip delay. The second is knowing when the caller is actually done, so the agent doesn't jump into a short pause. AssemblyAI reads both the words and the sound to figure that out. Get this wrong and your agent either talks over people or leaves dead air. It's number one thing that makes an agent feel fake. Chapter 3, the case for building it. Here's why any of this matters. If you call a lead within 5 minutes instead of 30, they're 21 times more likely to qualify. 78% of buyers go with the first company that responds, and only 7% of companies even reply within 5 minutes. So the bar is low, and the payoff is huge. An agent that calls in seconds isn't a nice to have, it's the whole edge. Okay, but why build it instead of buying a platform? Number 1, it's readable Python. When something breaks, you open the file instead of filing a ticket and waiting. Number 2, no locking. Each part lives in one file, so you swap a provider by editing one module. And 3, your data path. The call audio and transcripts flow only through your server and into your sheets. Nobody else's. Now the money. Your stack runs about 5 cents a minute. Vappy plus NAN runs about 24. Retail about 22. And here's the thing. The parts underneath are the same. You're paying the same providers either way. The gap is a platform fee, roughly 5 cents a minute. For orchestration, you already have for free in Pipecat. That's the whole trick. You're not getting cheaper parts. You're skipping the markup. And there are extras nobody puts on the pricing page. The no-code glue NAN is $20 to $60 a month, and it stops your workloads when you hit its run limit. Then there's the concurrency tax, about $10 per simultaneous line once you go past a small baseline. With this build, the trigger is free app scripts, and handling more costs at once is just more of your own CPU, no per line fee, and no subscription. But what what about hosting? Doesn't hosting it yourself cost money? It does, but it's a break-even that lands in your favor. If you're low volume, deploy to Pipecat Cloud at about a penny a minute, cheaper than managed and zero ops. If you're high volume, self-host and pocket the difference. The crossover is about 2,500 minutes a month. Either DIY path stays well under a managed platform at any real volume. Chapter 4. Running it in production. What changes once you go from one call to 100? One call is easy. 1,000 at once is where it gets real. The key idea is scale out, not up. Each call is a long CPU-heavy session. One process can only safely hold a few dozen. So you run lots of workers, cap each one at a safe number of calls, send new calls to a free worker, and auto-scale the worker count to demand. A few things to get right. Reuse your connections instead of opening a new one per call. Cap memory on long calls, during calls that are still going before you deploy, and back off before you hit a provider's concurrency limit. By the way, a managed platform does exactly this for you. That's part of what the fee buys. Here's what actually breaks once real calls start. Turn taking goes wrong, so the agent talks over people or leaves dead air, usually because end of turn detection is tuned too tight or too loose. The audio turns to garbage because phone lines use narrow 8 kHz audio, and one sample rate or codecs mismatch scrambles it. A provider stalls mid-call with no timeout and no fallback. The agent just goes silent and the caller hangs up, or the stream drops and the call hangs because nothing noticed the connection died. None of these are exotic. Plan for all four. Latency is the whole feel of the call. Added up, end of turn is about 400 milliseconds. Thinking is about 350, speaking about 150, and the network about 100. That's roughly 1 second from when the caller stops to when the agent replies. Under a second and a half feels human. A second and a half to 2.5 is normal. Past 3 seconds, the caller thinks the line dropped. This view stays fast for a few reasons. Every stage streams, so the reply starts before it's fully ready. The opener is spoken before the model even runs, so the first words have no weight. Barge-in is caught locally with no round trip, and nothing sits in the middle, adding an extra hop. A few concrete tricks on top of that. Pre-warm on boot. Load the models and voice detector once when the server starts, so the first call doesn't pay the code star spike. Keep the prompt linked and cached, so the model starts faster and isn't rereading the same text every turn. Tell the agent to answer in one short sentence because less text to generate and speak keeps every turn quick. And tune your end of turn detection since it's the biggest slice of the budget. Set the silence threshold tight enough to feel snappy without cutting people off. So that's the build. 3 takeaways. It's cheap because you skip the orchestration text, not because the parts are cheaper. It's yours, readable Python, swap any piece, your data, your sheet. And it's fast, first to respond. Right in the window where a lead is 21 times more likely to say yes. The whole thing is open source. Clone it, point it at your own sheet, swap any provider, and you're calling leads. All right, let's get into the demo. Now, I'm going to pause here for a second to walk you through what's happening. But in reality, this all happens instantly. So a lead just filled out an interest form on the website. It's connected to Google Sheets, so a new row pops up here automatically. The consent field means they agreed to be called. And the moment that row comes in, the agent picks up the lead right away, and the status field flips to calling. That means our agent already started dialing.
Hi, Liz. This is Chloe from Bayhouse Creative calling about the form you just submitted. Is now a good time?
Yes.
I've got a couple of quick questions, and a producer will follow up right after.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to learn more about the services that you're providing.
Great. Let me ask you a few things first so I can point you in the right direction. Are you looking to record a podcast or interview or more of a course or explainer video?
And now you see the status change to completed. And the full transcript of the call shows up right here, automatically. And that's the voice agent I built that took leads 100x for the agency, about 90% cheaper than a human sales rep. If you want to see how it's all built, I made a separate video walking through the code. It's linked below. And if you want to keep building powerful agents with me, hit subscribe.